continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Warner Anderson as Matthew Swain, Ed Nelson, Michael Rossi, Mia Farrow as Allison Mackenzie, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, and Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson.
The fight between Norman Harrington and Joe Chernak was inevitable. Norman, excitable, passionate, quick to anger. Joe, brooding, embittered over the loss of his girlfriend, Rita Jacks. Norman was hurt deeply. Joe's taunts about Rita created fresh doubts in his mind.
Relax, honey.
He's good and late.
Well, if you've been scraping barnacles all day, you want to go home first and get cleaned up. Now, like I said, relax. Come on. You want some coffee?
No, thanks. Well, why didn't he just come here first? I mean, he was working right on the wharf.
Oh, stop asking silly questions and come sit down. You're making me nervous.
Well, I just don't think he'd go home first. We're just going to a clam bake. I could clean up here.
What's gotten into you? You were bubbling over about going to the beach with Rod and Allison. Everything was so rosy again. Now, what's gone wrong? Come on, honey. What is it?
Joe Chernak's back.
Oh, so that's it. You know for sure?
Remember Sister Stella? She was in the drugstore today. Maybe I could just go camp on his doorstep.
You don't want to do that. Why don't you call him up?
Well, I don't want to bother him.
Well, honey, you're bothering me. Now, go on to the phone and stop worrying.
Hello?
Hi, Norm.
Oh, is this Rita?
Oh, hi, Rod. Yeah, I was wondering, have you seen Norman?
But I thought he was going to pick you up.
Well, he was supposed to. He said he'd quit early.
Well, you know Norman. All or nothing at all. You know, he's taking his work very seriously. Old Kent's probably discovered how valuable he is and got him working overtime.
Well, Rod, you wouldn't kid me, would you? I mean, if he was sitting right there in the apartment with you and didn't want to talk to me?
Rita, if Norman were here, you'd be talking to him. What's the matter? You two have a fight again?
No.
You know, you're talking about one of the last of the rugged unpredictables. Norman may be organizing a barnacle scraping union or giving artificial respiration to a gasping mollusk. He may just show up at your house in a gunny sack and a pith helmet. But he'll be there.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm sorry I bothered you.
Don't be sorry. Listen now, I'm going to pick up Allison and we'll meet you at the beach, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Rod.
Well?
Rod says not to worry about good old unpredictable Norman.
So give him a few more minutes and call him again. You'll see, honey. I bet you'll be there.
Honey?
Hi. Is your father still coming to dinner?
He is.
Nat can't make it until later. Want some iced tea, Dad, or something stronger?
Oh, anything.
Oh, hello, Eli.
Connie,
The stroganoff shouldn't be too long.
how are the returns?
Return?
Yes, according to my tally at the chandlery, Elliot's anti-David Schuster letter is running well ahead of Mr. Schuster's policy in the hearts of the people.
Oh. Well, he's actually not doing too well with the intellectuals at the bookshop. He had 4 against and 1 abstention, and only 1 in favor.
1 abstention. You mean to say there's somebody in Peyton Place that isn't interested in Elliot's letter?
Who cast the vote for me?
Well, Mike Rossi, of course.
Connie, I've been after him all day. I wish you'd persuade him not to become the new champion of justice and the righter of all wrongs. Allison.
Hello, Grandfather.
Well, hello, Allison. Where are you off to?
Clambake.
Sounds like fun. Dad, can't we drop it for a while? And frankly, I'm sick and tired of thinking about it.
Why don't you take a comfortable chair, Eli?
Oh, I'd be in that chair for 20 years.
Father, before you drop it, can I ask just one question? This afternoon when Mr. Schuster...
Yes, Allison. David Schuster and I talked about the letter. And no, I didn't hit him. Look, Allison, I appreciate your concern since I seem to be unable to win your confidence.
Now, you know your family.
Yes, I do. And I know you think of me as the middle-aged angry man of Peyton Place. But try this on for size. I respect David Schuster.
What did he say?
Oh, sweetheart. I've been up to my ears in David Schuster all day long. By next week, I'll be able to out-politic and out-pussyfoot everyone in Peyton Place. But right now, I'm just not in very good form. Forgive me.
You're forgiven.
I wonder if you'll ever learn to control your temper. Enough to run the Clarion, I mean.
Would you like me to leave?
Well, Matt seems to think I will.
Maybe Matt doesn't know you.
Maybe you don't either. Oh, stay, Allison, if you like. We shouldn't have any secrets. Matt knows me, Dad. He still thinks I can run the Clarion.
Elliot, do you remember my father?
Sure I do.
You were 3 or 4 years old. Martin Peyton drove up in an automobile, about the first one ever to be in Peyton Place. They came in to get some lines and some tackle and stuff, and they left the car running outside. And a bunch of kids, along with your father, gathered around to watch it shimmy and shake and carry on. And old man Peyton, well, he was young then, but he was meaner than an owl. And he yelled out the door and he said, "Hey, you kids, look out, that thing's hungry. It's going to eat you up." Well, of course, they scattered. But your father, he came back with a handful of marsh grass. And when the car wouldn't eat it, he got so mad he kicked a dent in the fender the size of a football. And it broke his toe. Well, my father gave him a whipping. And after he whipped you, you bit him.
He must have been a terrible child.
Old men telling old stories.
Dad, I want you to be on my side.
I'm always on your side, Elliot. You know that.
Hello, Rodney.
Hello, Allison.
Just a minute, I have to say goodbye.
Oh, hello, Rodney.
Hello. Mr. Carson, Eli?
What can we offer you?
Oh, we're late as it is. We better be going. We're going to meet Norman and Rita at the beach.
I have some food for you to carry in the kitchen.
Great. Well, goodbye.
Good night. I won't be late.
Bye.
Right.
Have a good time.
Patterns of a lifetime are hard to change. It's going to be hard for you to learn now.
Yes, but at least your father started to teach me back 40 years ago, but no one has ever, until now, tried to teach me how to be an ostrich. It's too late, Dad.
All clear?
All clear.
1, 2, 3, scoop. aboard.
Aye, aye, sir.
Okay, now act nonchalant. If any of our friends see it, we'll never live it down.
I know.
You know what the definition of a New England cardinal sin is?
No, what?
Going to a clam bake with store-bought clams.
Unforgivable. 2 weeks at the pillory
At least. Okay, come on. Hello, Mr. Charlie. We're in the market for some lobsters and a few clams.
Yeah, that makes my day. You know what a lobster looks like? A clam? Help yourself.
Thank you. Don't they look ferocious?
Hey, take a look at that. See that one there? Those short, little beady eyes and those pincers? What does it remind you of?
I know. Miss Tushy, the librarian.
No, silly great-grandpa Sam Payton.
Oh, yes, he's got whiskers just like the statue in the park.
Okay, now I'll go negotiate for Sam. You pick out some clams. Well, we found one. Right there. How much?
$4, all told.
Okay, fair enough. 2, 4.
Thank you.
I'll bet Rita, Norman already at the beach. Come on, let's go.